My name's Mckenzie. My sobriety date is July 15th, 2018. Well, ever since I was a little girl, I've been like super outgoing and friendly to everybody. And then once I started getting older, I started to feel like, life wasn't really made out for me. I didn't feel like I belonged anywhere. I didn't really want to have friends like other people. I would get lost in books. And growing up was a little hard. And then in high school, I ended up, falling in love with this guy. And he ended up, hurting me really bad in our relationship. It was very abusive. And after I got out of that relationship, I met somebody else and started doing drugs with that person. And very quickly, I fell into insanity and was using every day and would do absolutely anything for a fix. I was prostituting, I was stealing, I was doing just horrible things to myself and other people for drugs. And then I ended up getting in a fight with this person that I loved so much, and we were both very abusive to each other. And that was the straw where I was like, all right, I'm going to go to treatment. And then I continued to go to treatment over and over and over for the next 3-4 years. And, I finally, learned that, recovery isn't, you can't find it in a treatment center. You can't find it in a room. You can't find it in other people. You have to find it within yourself. And about me is, I like animals. I like to hula hoop. I like to learn. I like my friends and my family. And I just found out that I'm pregnant a few weeks ago. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I think it will definitely help me in my recovery to be less self-centered. And
what are the best resources you found in your path to recovery?
Probably the best resources would have to be, the community that I've surrounded myself with, like meetings, NA meetings. There's other groups too, I'm from a different area. I'm not from Madison, but my mom, she started this FACT group in Wisconsin Rapids where they talk about family members who are affected by addiction. I would just say community, definitely.
Were there any obstacles or bumps in the road to recovery?
Oh yeah, plenty of them. So many. But I think the important part is realizing that, having a realistic perspective that we are going to have bumps in the road and that things are going to be hard, but to pick yourself up and, brush the dirt off and keep trying is a big important factor in that it shows resilience and commitment. Even if, you fall, you get back up.
What would you share with someone in their first steps to recovery?
Reach out to people. Reach out and even if it doesn't feel like it, everything will turn out just fine. If you stick with it, things just start happening in your life that make everything worthwhile. At least that's what happened for me.
How will getting your story out there help to destigmatize the face of addiction and recovery?
I think it'll help just because when we see so many people with a similar story about, going through hard things and dealing with it in an unhealthy way and then coming back from it, when we see, not just one, not just two, not just three, and not just 10 or 100, but just so many people that are dealing with this, we have to realize that it's not just this one area of people that are affected. It can affect everybody.
Any last words of advice you'd like to share with someone who's watching?
Focus on the positive. There's something that somebody taught me early on in my recovery, they said that, we have bad moments, not bad days, and we can start our day over at any point in time. And I've given that advice to quite a few people. I work at a grocery store, so when people come through my lane and they're having a bad day, I'll just be like, it's just a bad moment. You can start over right now. Don't ruin the whole day just because one bad thing happened. Like, there's so many more opportunities for good to happen. So that's all I have.